ever seen the rain? Hey, it's Nate with another piano tutorial. Today I'm doing Have You Ever Seen the Rain by Creedence Clearwater Revival. This song was a staple at holiday jam sessions with my aunts and uncles growing up. It's a lot of fun to play and sing, and I'm going to teach you an easy and great sounding version of it, and I'll also flesh it out with some optional rhythm and bass line details. Let's jump in. All right, good news. The song only uses 4 chords, and I recommend getting the chords and lyrics chart. There's a link down in the description. That'll help you follow along and see where the chords line up with the words. All 4 of those chords are used in the intro, so let's put that up on the screen. We'll start with the A minor. It's gonna be A, C, E, just all white notes, root position. Then we've got an F major. For this, we're gonna do an inversion, and we're actually gonna keep these 2 notes and just move that E up to an F like that. So A, C, F. Then we've got C major. Also gonna do an inversion on that, and we can just keep the 3rd finger on the middle C there and just move these 2 notes down. So that's G, C, and E. And then finally, we've got a G major. That's gonna be root position there, just G, B, and D. We're in 4/4 time, so each one of these measures gets 4 counts, so we're just kind of feeling 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And to get started here on the left hand, I'm just gonna be playing single bass notes on the note that the chord is named after. So just using my 3rd finger for the A on the A minor, stepping down to pinky on F, up to the thumb on C, and you can use the 4th finger on G. One more detail I can add is quarter note chords in the right hand, so just playing on every count. So the whole intro chord progression will sound like this. And then we hang out on C for 2 measures. Now, that's kind of the simplest, easiest version. You're probably hearing that cool melody in your head, that and also the. So whenever you see an asterisk on the chords and lyrics chart, sometimes it'll be on G, sometimes it'll be on C. It means to do this melody with the left hand. Again, only if it's not too tricky and doesn't throw off your playing too much. But the version when it is on a G chord, so that's what happens first here in the intro, the left hand is going to play A, G. I'm gonna cross the thumb under here. You could play around with the fingers a little bit. I think that works the best though. A, G, E, E, all the way down to a low G, and then landing on C. Now, to count the rhythm properly, we need to be thinking in 1/8 notes, so we're dividing those beats in half. Instead of just 1, 2, 3, 4, we're thinking 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And the timing there is gonna be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then 1, beat 1 of the next measure. So a lot of those upbeats. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1. And at that moment, I am going to just hold the right hand chord. And then when we get to the C, I'm gonna continue that rhythm. And after we've landed on a full measure of this C, you'll see the next measure of C also has an asterisk. This melody actually comes up a little bit more in the song. This is the one that goes. So exact same rhythm we were just doing, just different notes here. We got C, B, A. I'm gonna cross my thumb under here. G, G, C. In a second, I'll play through this whole intro. I want to add one more optional detail, which would be just a little bit more rhythm in the left hand. So thinking in 1/8 notes again, in addition to playing on beat 1 of every measure, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm also going to play on the and after 2. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Just gives it a little bit more movement and kind of mimics the bass line on the recording. So the whole intro with all the details. Someone told me. So then we are landing in the verse. Now, given what we've already learned, this verse is going to be pretty simple. Here's the chord progression. You'll notice it hangs out on C for a long time. I'm going to do the low C bass note here. And it goes to a G and back to C. And it does that whole line twice. Play the first time through just with the simple rhythm. Someone told me long ago, there's a calm before the storm. I know it's been coming for some time. So that's the first half, and then it repeats again with different lyrics. And I was just using pinky on the C and thumb on the G for the bass notes. Now, if you are doing a more advanced version and doing the rhythm we were talking about, you can do something really cool which mimics what the bass line does on the recording. So that would be doing 1, 2, and 3, just like we've been doing, but then on beat 4, going up to the 5th of the chord. So in the case of the C chord, that would be G, and you would do it with your thumb. So those measures of C would sound like this. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. And then on the G, you're gonna do the exact same thing. So you would have to, in this case, move your hand position up. 2 and 3, 4, just going up to the D on that 4th beat. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. There's also some cool walking that happens between chords in the bass line. So for example, when it's going from the C to the G, it walks up C, E, F, and then lands on the G. The rhythm on that would be, someone told me long ago, there's a calm before 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2. So those stepping up there is just right on the beats. I think that one's pretty optional. And there's also a very similar thing that happens leading into the chorus. Same idea, same rhythm, but it's landing on the F chord, which we'll get to in a second with the chorus. But you're just gonna step up, ba, da, da, da. So it doesn't skip to E, it just steps up with a D. So that's gonna be like, shining down like water. So let's do that chorus. Just notice that I hopped up 5, 4, 3, and then I kind of jumped to the pinky because that sets us up to be in the left-hand position we want for the chorus. So here's the chord progression for the chorus. Again, it's all the same right-hand chord chase, but there's some interesting stuff going on here. So we're gonna start, like I said, pinky has moved up to the F here. So it starts with F to I wanna know G. Then we've got this cool walk down on have you ever seen the rain? So the note that comes after the little slash is the bass note, and then the one before the slash is just the chord the right hand plays. And notice that the measures in these two measures are divided in half. So each of those chords, like the C and then the C over B, each of those last 2 counts. So we've got C, 2, C over B, 2. So all that is the left hand steps down to a B bass note, but the right hand keeps doing the same chord. Really similar thing on A minor, 2, and then A minor over G, 4. Then the rest is kind of self-explanatory. We've got F coming down on a sunny day, C, 2, 3, 4. So just like we were doing it before in the intro, and conveniently that gets our hand back down into position for the next verse. If you're doing the more active rhythm in the left hand, we can do something really cool on the walk down where we're not only playing on beat 1 and the and after 2, but we're also playing on the and after 4. Check it out. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. So bum 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 ba 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 ba. really catchy. And that's pretty much all there is to this song. For the next verse, it's just like the first verse, different lyrics. There is an asterisk on a C in the middle of that verse to do the ba-da-da-da-da-da, which didn't happen in the middle of the first verse, so that's one thing to keep an eye on. Then the song ends with a double chorus. The first chorus is just like the chorus that we were just doing, and then it kind of rolls right into a second chorus, which is just like the other chorus, except at the end of it, instead of just being two measures of C with the asterisk on the C, it does an extra G with the asterisk, so that's going to be, and then landing on the C just to end it. You can just hold that last C. And one final thing I want to mention is if you're working through this and it's not sounding as smooth as my playing, it might be because I am using the sustain pedal. I'm just holding it down the whole time, but every time the chord changes, I'm doing a quick lift so it doesn't get too muddy. Like pedals down, quick lift, 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 lift. So that's the hardest part. When the chords are changing real fast, you have a lot of lifts. If you need help with the sustain pedal, check out my video all about that, just getting it in your muscle memory so it's easy. Okay, thank you for watching. I'm gonna do a full cover now so you can see how all those parts fit together. I'm gonna play the more advanced version with all the little left-hand details I talked about, but if you wanna just keep it simpler, that totally works as well. If you got some value out of this video, I would really appreciate it if you would like it, subscribe, and then click the bell so you know when I put out more videos like this one. Okay, here's my version of Have You Ever Seen the Rain? Someone told me long ago, there's a calm before the storm. I know it's been coming for some time. When it's over, so they say, it'll rain a sunny day. I know, shining down like water. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down on a sunny day. Yesterdays and days before, sun is cold and rain is hard. I know, been that way for all my time, till forever on it goes, through the circle fast and slow. I know, it can't stop. I wonder, I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down on a sunny day. Yeah, I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen